Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about method of differences. Okay, so here are three types of formula we can use. So how to use it? It depends on the pattern of the question or pattern of the UN. Okay, this is the first and this is the second formula we can use. And this is the third one. Right, so let's have first example. Right, so we have to find the summation for the n term. For the first n term, find the summation for the first n term for 1 over r minus 1 over r plus 1. Okay, so you need to observe the pattern. Okay, let's say the first term is fr and look at the second one is fr plus 1. Okay, so we decide which formula we are going to use. We have three formula there, up there. So the pattern is formula number 3. Alright, so we use the formula. The formula for the summation is f1 minus f1 minus fn plus 1. That's the formula. Okay, now you have to substitute 1 and n plus 1 into fr. Okay, let's check. What is your fr? Okay, now the fr is 1 over r. So you need to substitute r1, rn plus 1 into fr. Okay? Do not substitute into fr plus 1, but substitute into fr. So you need to decide or need to know which one is fr. Okay, so you get the answer there. Alright, so we have method number 2. Method number 2 is you use cut off. Okay, or maybe we said that you can cancel. And for this method, you need to know the pattern of the terms when you substitute some values into the series. Okay, so what's the value we need to substitute into the term, into the UN? So we need to substitute r with 1, 2, 3, or maybe you need 4, and also substitute n minus 2, n minus 1, and n. Alright, now we are going to observe the pattern of the terms. Okay, we have the series. So we have negative 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2. So we can cancel it. Negative 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3, we can cancel, and so on. Alright, so now what's left? 1 minus 1 over n plus 1. That's left, and we simplify the answer until you get n over n plus 1. Alright, so next example, we move to the next example. Checkpoint 2.7 number 6. Okay, look at the questions, and please read the question first. Okay, there are 3 parts there. So what you need to get the partial fraction. Okay, you did before partial fraction in chapter 1. Okay, so express in partial fraction. Okay, so you get a1, b negative 1, and therefore you get the partial fraction for the expression. Alright, for part B, you have to show that. Okay, so how to show? So using this one is to show for summation. Okay, to find the summation. So to find the summation 2 over 2r plus 1 2r plus 3, we use the summation of 1 over 2x plus 1 minus 2x over 1 over 2x plus 3. Okay, so we test the pattern. Either the terms is either the un in term of fr minus fr plus 1. Okay, so that is fr and that is fr plus 1. So refer to the what we have. The pattern is fr minus fr plus 1. So when we know the pattern, we can choose which formula we will use. So we will use the third formula. Right, so now we use the formula. We need to substitute 1 and n plus 1 into fr. Okay, remember, into fr. Do not substitute into fr plus 1, but both 1 n plus 1, both value substitute into fr. Okay, for part B, you can change x to r. Okay, change x to r. Use r. Okay, what we do now is we substitute 1 n plus 1 into fr. Okay, don't forget, don't do mistake, don't substitute into fr plus 1, but substitute into fr. So fr is 1 over 2r plus 1. Okay, you can change x into r term. Okay, so after you substitute, this is the answers, and we can compare what question asks. The question asks to show that the summation is equal to 1 over 3 minus 1 over 2n plus 3. Okay, now don't forget to draw a conclusion. How to draw a conclusion? You just rewrite the answer, the questions. Okay, the question has to show. So we write the expression there, or equation. Alright, so now move to part C. Part C, find the sum of the series and find summation. This one is from R1 until infinity, means this is sum to infinity. Okay, so there are two parts for question C. Okay, we do the first part. You have to observe the pattern of the UN. Okay, or you can find the formula for UN. Okay, look at the formula of UN or the term of UN. We have 1 over 3 times 5, 1 over 5 times 7, and so on. So we can use 1 over 2r plus 1 times 2r plus 3 as UN. Okay, they are continuous from part B or from part A. Okay, get connected from part by part. Alright, okay, so this one, how to find the first and last term. Okay, the first term is start from 1, and the last term we need to find what is n. Okay, so the last term for the first is 37 and 39. Okay, so for the 37, when you're going to find the value of r, the r is 18. Alright, so now from the series given, we know that the series is summation from 1 until 18, 1 over 2r plus 1 to r plus 3. So we are going to find the summation from 1 until 18. And from part B, we can use the formula we get 1 over 3 minus 1 over 2n plus 3. Alright, so we just substitute value of n. Okay, we use the result from part B and substitute n equal to 18. Alright, so simplify or you calculate, so we get the answer 4 over 13. Alright, so we go to the last part. We are going to find the summation to infinity for 1 over r to r plus 1 to r plus 3. So we can use the sum to infinity for 1 over 3 minus 1 over 2n plus 3. Okay, so we are going to find the summation to infinity using limit. Okay, so this is a limit, so what we do is we factorize. Oh, no need to factorize, we just simplify and then factorize n and cancel n. So to find the limit, we substitute n. Okay, this one is we factorize n, cancel n, and we substitute n. Actually substitute to infinity, but we no need to write that step. We just know that when 9 divided by infinity, it will approaches 0. So the answer will be 2 over 6 or 1 over 3.